Yep. Very unusual.
Disruptor, I'm just not liking this series.
Me either.
It just
doesn't
do anything.
He's massive for team fights. In the previous series, in the previous series that we've had today, he definitely had big showings, but
I would actually like to see them not ban one of the priority heroes if they have first pick. Like if you have first pick, don't ban Magnus / Batrider and get one of those huge ones. It depends on which team you are, I suppose.
Yeah, because Empire has banned out Lifestealer and Batrider all the games so far, and IG has so far always banned Magnus and Meepo. But apparently now they're debating. No, never mind.
We're in best of 1 right now. I don't know if you give up those heroes, right?
Yeah.
That's where it becomes also, that's like,
elimination time. It's too scary.
So 3 out of 3, exactly the same.
Do they ban the Meepo?
Yeah, they do.
So
I do believe so.
Yeah. So the first pick's actually really tough.
Yeah.
We thought it was Monkey King / Earth Spirit.
And now you got Invoker added to the mix. And obviously Centaur is still there, which they have been first picking.
I think for this series, might actually see the Invoker first pick.
I was going to say they take the Invoker here, don't they? Take it away as a block pick.
Because then you can still get one of your Earth Spirits or your Monkey Kings if you want them.
Yeah.
They can't take both.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm down with that.
Just because how dominant it's looked like.
IG completely switched things up from game number 2 though.
Yeah.
With the Invoker Venge first
yeah,
phase.
That's true. Rubik.
Okay. They're switching it up all right.
That's a Team Empire thing to do, just taking Rubik. They love it. King R, his favorite hero.
Yeah, but not a hero that we've seen banned. They did pick it first phase in the...
He's got a little grin, you see that.
There's a little wry smile there, wasn't there? Like, we didn't expect that.
He's like, all right, don't we just invoke revenge again?
Maybe.
Oh,
there's the Invoker.
There's one.
Because Rubik into those type of like 5-man pushes
like
also
that,
does suffer. I mean, he does have Fade Bolt to kind of outspam, but afterwards, like, he doesn't really commit too much to help you if you're getting just besieged.
Where's Jug been in this series?
He could have been still picked
They
last
picked it
game.
the first game, IG.V, and it didn't do so hot. The Empire doesn't really like that hero, at least from what I've seen. They tend to go for like the Troll, the PA, all these like other heroes, the Ursa.
So what's this gonna be?
It's Avenge. I
It's
don't see why they would move away from it.
Yeah, because they're basically asking the same questions of Empire, aren't they?
Yeah.
Figure us out.
Now Empire's put in the spot is like, do we take the Earth Spirit? Do we take the Monkey King, or
do we take the Centaur?
Do we take the Centaur, or do we maybe even deny pick something?
Troll.
Okay, so they draft Chappie's hero early this time around. They don't want to get stuck with the PA.
That makes more sense now, I think.
I was thinking that's kind of the adjustment that they would go toward, just because of how, I mean, how hard he was punished in the last game because of being a PA.
And they did ban out Troll second phase both games so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
heavily focused.
They were going to take it. They have to take it now.
You know, sometimes they still do Troll PA. They pick that a lot.
Yes, they do Troll PA a lot.
So it might not be Chappie's hero.
Ben's still...
Well, it usually is. Actually, yeah, we were saying it's Chappie's hero. That's actually usually FN's hero in the mid lane. That's a good point, yeah.
Oh. I mean, there's the synergy, you know, that's nice.
It's like super, like, you're already committed full, your cores are literally all physical damage then.
Yes.
Completely physical. And, I mean, Invoker is pretty good versus that. Deafening Blast is quite a spell, and Ice Wall is also quite a spell. So we do see what other approach. We already know what concept that IG Vitality is looking at. It probably very similar to the last time. Just going for heavy push, heavy aura lineup. Banning out the Monkey King.
First pick after this draft, after this banning phase is IG Vitality. And that means they could still get their hands on the Earth Spirit, just like last game.
I think
worked out fine.
You said they have first pick, right?
I think so.
Because I was...
They do.
Banning it might not even be a bad choice too, because Troll is very strong in the mid lane. If he has a roamer, if he has anyone to rotate on onto the Invoker, it can be really devastating to punish him. They already got rid of one of them, but...
Drow ban?
So they did get rid of the Drow again this time. This time they might be... So they banned the Ursa on the side of IG Vitality.
So they are expecting
the mid troll.
The mid troll, indeed.
Yeah, I think that's like 90% how Empires actually ran, or maybe even more than that. So Do they want to ban the Beastmaster? Do they want to ban the Terrorblade? Which do they think that those were the big problems?
Or the Earth Spirit.
Or the Earth Spirit.
She's still sitting there.
Yes, gets my vote.
On the ban.
On the ban.
Yeah.
I think it also just secures Invoker's lane.
Is
They do pick yes.
a Terrorblade on the side of IG Vitality, like later on, is that a cause for worry? Is that something that you might want to ban out as well?
I think Troll can actually kind of tank on the Terrorblade a lot more than last game, at least. And they have the Rubik too. They actually have AoE from their heroes this game, unlike the single target clear from Disruptor.
That's a bit of
they expected that.
Yeah, I like this a lot. This was really clever how they did this. They set this up to force them to kind of ban the Earth Spirit, and then they take the Nyx, which they probably thought the Empire might take for themselves to counter the Invoker. Really clever drafting coming out from IG.V.
Yeah, and it's been banned out in the previous series as well.
And he's also a hero that he works really well with the Invoker. Easy to set up Sunstrike kills all over the place, by yourself even.
Yeah, you might not get the vision from Monkey King, but you get the vision from Nyx Assassin as well. Some more map control.
Ogre Magi.
Ogre Magi.
Okay, Empire going in.
It's like Maposhka's second favorite hero.
Yep.
Or second hero who plays the most. I can't imagine that being anyone's second favorite hero to play.
It's Empire very, again, we were saying, super comfortable picks.
They can pick TA. Does Evan play TA? I haven't seen him play that much at all.
I mean, you're saying super comfortable picks, but they're also not very strong.
Yeah, well, they
Well,
banned
I'm saying
the
for
TA.
them, that's what they love to pick.
Yeah,
It's like
and
the
they
other
banned it twice in a row in the second phase.
Yeah. Like for Empire, this is like, when you look at like at least the heroes that they tend to draft, it's like either they get the Earth Spirit, the Monkey King, or they tend to put Miposhka on an Ogre, and then King R is usually playing Rubik or Disruptor. Then they pick their 2 melee cores and an Initiator on Ghost Stick.
Sounds like a good formula.
I'm just not convinced. If I see these 3 heroes in terms of openings, I see IG Vitality in it, and I think it's a lot stronger.
I would agree. Especially because of the Invoker.
Yeah, that helps a lot. I mean, that kind of tips the scale, to be fair.
Yeah. Take the other 2 heroes away.
Let's just put your hand over Invoker, and then it's not so intimidating.
That is not so bad.
They go back for the Beast.
And they go back for the Beast this time. So now it looks like it could be a support Nyx.
Yes.
Or maybe just a jungle Beastmaster.
Could be a dogfight Nyx. We saw Super playing Venge previous game.
He might just act as that like pseudo roamer, just follow the Ogre Magi around.
Yeah, no Monkey King, no Earth Spirit.
No Monkey King, no Earth Spirit. Don't want to play Slardar. All right.
Yeah. He's played a lot of Sand King, other than that, in terms of roaming heroes, but it's not really been working out as Sand King as much, I want to say.
BM's extremely strong versus these like buffed up cores like Ogre, Bloodlusting someone, Troll Warrior with the Battle Trance too. So
there is still a Lena around, of course.
FN Lena versus Nyx.
FN will probably already play the Troll,
right? Yeah.
Hey, or maybe he will play Sniper.
Yeah.
They are already setting up. All right, guys. High guard defense. They are building a pushing lineup with Beastmaster Venge, so let's set it up with Shrapnel.
This reminds me of a certain patch.
Oh, God.
Troll and Sniper were all over the place, and then there's Bloodlust. This is like, what was it, 1 year, 2 years ago?
There have no team fight, though, on Empire. While IG Vitality has pretty heavy team fight with, Invoker Beast Nyx.
Yeah, I think the previous game maybe have them shy away from team fight because IG Vitality was just really good at the positioning. They were really solid in avoiding those clashes.
And the thing is that you're saying, good at avoiding clashes, and they have a Beastmaster Hawk. So that's very similar to last time. That makes it a lot easier to be naturally avoiding fights.
Yeah. So they removed the Centaur. We're looking for a hero for Ghost Stick.
Yep. We need one of those initiators.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes for a frontliner hero. Maybe they change up the formula a bit. Have not seen them have success when they do it, but they have drafted Abaddon on him before to be that frontliner.
In your World of Warcraft analogy, they lack a tank. So
they like it. He gives Curse of Avernus as well. He can remove Beastmaster Roar with the shield. It has its positives.
It has a 100% win rate on stage so far. Abaddon on the main event.
The main event. It's 2-1 on the main event.
I guess. VGJ lost for the third.
Yeah,
you're right. Yesterday it did.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 out of 2 yesterday.
It's got a whopping
0 out of 10.
Yeah.
In the group stage.
The whopping 7% win rate.
And the Dazzle comes out of the last ban from Empire, so they are expecting this Vengeful Spear to be a core or
I prefer
at least
Venge Core, because I think you can swap the sniper in. They have no save for sniper, which is a big problem, actually.
Ooh, Kingar looks frustrated.
Does.
Yeah.
Trying to think what other hero. I mean,
there's what Slardar, I suppose, is the offlaner. Avernus.
I was only Avernus is the one that came to mind because the removing of the
Omni
roar.
Omni would be good. I like Omni here. It's really good versus Nixon Invoker, but haven't really seen him play it too much.
Legion Commander.
Legion Commander, another kind of frontliner. He benefits from Trolley, so they have a tri-scaling lineup with Bloodlust, but still their team fight is negligible.
So poor. Someone gets swapped and they just die.
Yeah, they have no save. I mean, they press the attack to remove the roar at least for that kind of thing.
They don't even need roar though.
They still have Ruben.
Yeah, and they still
steals.
They did get some good roar, maybe a good roar steal. I'm heavily liking IG Vitalities, even though they do have maybe a Nyx on like support, which is usually not really the greatest.
So where do they get last pick?
Terrorblade again?
Terrorblade again? Maybe that's why they picked the Legion Commander, to kind of like deter them away from it. They're probably like, oh, pick Terrorblade now.
Yeah,
and they go for Warlock and put the Venge on to carry.
So it'll be a super Warlock,
Oh my god, their team fight is
Their team fight is massive.
Yeah, Empire's team fight's terrible. IG Vitality's massive.
Yeah, IG Vitalities is great. Empire has literally like no team fight, but they have high ground defense with Shrapnel.
Yep. I was going to say,
what they're banking on.
Keep them at arm's length, they might have a chance.
IG Vitality.
Okay. So Fogd is already locking his prediction in.
I'll go with IG Vitality as well.
Ride and die, brothers.
0-2, baby.
I think I believed in them so far. Obviously, they let me down previous game. But this game, I think, I want to believe Empire has a chance here. They are, they're still the underdog, but they can do it. So, Empire.
Okay. So Shiva wearing Empire colours, has stuck by her colours, and is sticking with the memesters. Can they pull it out of the bag and take it into the next round? Let's find out as we head back to our commentary team for Game 3.
Thank you very much, Paul. Cap, again, we have a split panel. There's never any complete and total, full-on focus on one particular team. It's been a good series. I think that's pretty emblematic of the series as a whole.
Yes, I think absolutely. I don't think that the drafts are completely clear-cut. There's definitely some good win conditions here for IG.V with this Vengeful Spirit core. They can absolutely put a lot of pressure and maybe be able to shut down the sniper. But at the same time, they do have this high ground defense sniper that they're going to have to be dealing with. That's kind of rough. I wonder if IG.V can play a clean enough game to close this out.
That's going to be really exciting to see. And we heard an audible, when the Warlock got picked as the last one as well. It felt like that was something maybe not everybody was expecting. Certainly, we were having a little bit of a conversation of if that should be played in the core or not. What do you think is the benefit of taking it in that fashion?
I think, well, first of all, it's like I kind of forgot Warlock was a hero, and I think a lot of other people did too. Just that a 5th pick Warlock is kind of weird, but this guy's a huge team fight hero. I think he's going to secure your lanes relatively well. LC is always kind of tough to shove out, but I think it's just like this big team fight hero that there is not going to be a whole lot of towers taken by Team Empire. And again, so they'll kind of fall back on the high ground defense most likely.
Yeah.
And I don't think Team Empire, I wouldn't feel good. I wouldn't feel particularly good just because you're like Sniper, Troll, Legion Commander, all these heroes need farm. But at the same time, if you look at IG.V's lineup, they're going to be pushing these towers. They're like the Beastmaster is actually super threatening in that regard. I really like this adaptation of IG.V to start picking up this Beastmaster. I was super hesitant about it at first when people were picking up because I thought it was just too slow for offlaners. But this patch, we are going in slower directions. We are going in more mid to late game focus. We're talking about heroes that scale, and Beastmaster, he fits this, right? He doesn't get his Blink Dagger like Slardar or Centaur at 15 minutes and start playing Impact, but that's okay. You just change your playstyle a little bit.
Yeah, and it's shown a growth in the team, a willingness to experiment, see new things. You love to have that happen throughout the course of a tournament. Maybe they played some scrims or something against an NP and they found a little bit of value there. Maybe they just saw the games and saw the potential of this hero. Certainly in a patch that's so dependent upon team fight, that vision advantage that you're going to gain by virtue of a Beastmaster is incredibly valuable. And, well, right off the bat, it's going to be Miposhka just running at Paparazzi and making his life hell. And I really like this response as well, because time and again, it's been that Invoker who's been causing the issues. Take him out of the game. Make his life hell. This is a great answer.
Yep, Miposhka's reprising his role as a Monkey King. Basically, you just kind of sit there and no one can really challenge you, and you could just kind of laugh to yourself. Like, this is the enjoyable part of playing Ogre Magi.
Okay.
It's kind of like Lich. You have to really relish that the enemy team hates you. They hate you so badly that you're just this dumb ogre, and Paparazzi's like, I can't do anything against this hero. This is dumb. Because later on, you're going to be a walking bloodlust machine, and you're going to be the one hating life. So misery loves company. You got to hold on to that.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I think you hit the nail right on the head there. And, well, misery, this is certainly what's going on right now for Paparazzi, who's forced back again. Did already have the salve there, but will possibly be forced to use it. And yeah, this looks like that's going to happen.
He recovered from this last time, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like Paparazzi, like that brief hiccup in the first 2 minutes, I don't think that particularly shut him down, even though it was cool to watch. So, you know, Miposhka, he did what he needed to do. Now he's going to secure the Legion's lane. You don't ever just sit there in lane as this ogre. You just have this first-minute impact, and that's kind of it.
So another thing here is we have dogfights. Both of these players are kind of on a different role than we saw them play last time, as it does look like Super is going to rotate in and help secure and force the Ogre Magi back. But they're on less playmaking heroes, and that kind of puts the onus, I feel like, on the rest of their two teams to make things happen. King R on the Rubik, and maybe as well that Vengeful Spirit. And also this Nyx Assassin. It just feels like it could be a little bit tougher for them to get things done in the early stages.
Yeah, I do think that there's still plenty of opportunities for dogfights to actually make some plays with this support Nyx Assassin. It's a tough hero to do so, but if you look at it, right, he's got this Sunstrike to work off of. When he does hit these impales, there's a lot of extra damage that can follow it up. He can make a lot of plays with the Beastmaster as well. They've got this solid, you know, big nuking combination between the two of them. So I think there are more opportunities there. Miposhka, I don't know, like his cores do need a lot of form before they can be pretty active. So I'm just not sure if that really fits him very well, because Miposhka has been like so critically important to Empire's success here at DAC.
We also saw Chappie in that last game on the PAs. We have a little bit of a brawl going on mid. It's Paparazzi taking some damage. You got Mr. Ogre there as well. Gonna start dealing it out. They drop the Chaos Meter, and FN actually takes a good bit of damage from that, but they still find that kill. First blood on Paparazzi.
Yeah, that's great. Angelai, he is getting some of the benefit out of this, right?
Whoa. Something happened. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, he hit a Sunstrike on FN, but FN barely survived.
Okay.
Cool. That it had to have been real close. Because I was thinking that. I was like, he might be low enough, but I was like, nah, that won't happen, right?
I thought there was an earthquake in the stadium and we were all dead. Literally, that's what went through my mind. We are no longer alive in this world.
Wow, you're such an optimistic person usually, but Jesus, when your shit goes down, apparently Gabe just abandons that sunny mentality.
I was going to throw my headset and run. Paparazzi needs to run a little bit himself. He's taking a good bit of damage. The Bloodlust onto Sniper already in some trouble. So continued dominance in this lane, and now the lift back. King R is here. Paparazzi going to drop. And not even a Sunstrike could help him out there.
Yeah, they don't have like the same kind of rotating hero they did last time, right? It was Earth Spirit. He shut down the Centaur as much as he could, and then he rotated around 2 or 3 minutes. What's a Nyx Assassin really gonna do for you? Not very much. His movement is very telegraphed in that regard. It's not gonna get a surprise jump onto the Sniper or anything like that. So this, unfortunately, there is no counterbalance like there was previous times. You know, Empire just identifying that they do need to play pretty active in the laning phase. I think they need to win this laning phase pretty hard because they've got the right heroes to do it. Sniper and Troll, lane dominators themselves. Legion Commander also has this kind of passive influence in the laning phase that she can always do better than most. So, and then the supports just need to shut down Paparazzi. So I think this is great. They're setting up really well. IG.V's timing is going to be more around 10-15 minutes. When they could start making these big single target pickoffs plays.
I mean, that's definitely true, but I'm just looking at the CS difference, and you've got 8 and 5 on the Invoker versus 27 and 18. Like, does that slow down the timing any further, or does it not really matter because Invoker's just a Sunstrike machine anyways?
Yeah, he's kind of like a Sunstrike machine anyways. He'll make that comeback through the pickoff plays. But what I like about this is the Empire, they've already made the kind of read, I think, in game one, what they need to do against these situations, right? If they can just group up a little bit more, play around each other quite a bit, don't try and split up too much, I really think they can stop IG.V and they're that window where they could really make the comeback.
Well, there's a deep ward dropped as well by the Rubik over there by the Tier 1 tower in the top lane, maybe signaling where Empire want to make that first aggressive movement. And Chappie, meanwhile, will move over towards the 6-minute rune spot, take down a couple of boars. Do you, in your eyes, is it the top offlane tower that you try and prioritize and you bring in another hero for that, or just sort of passively break it down with the troll?
Just passively break it down with the troll. You want to make, because the problem is last time when we were talking about the Team Empire and how they played that 5-man, they had a Centaur, right? Centaur doesn't need like an amazing amount of farm. They could just kind of play around their Invoker, and that was fine. This time around, they've got 3 cores who all need a decent amount of farm, so you need to make the most of their independence now.
Look at how much they're bullying Paparazzi. They're giving him nothing, taking away even the small creep from the hard camp at this point. Empire, they are showing so much hate.
That's a lot of hate. I mean, Paparazzi Invoker, I could see exactly why they're doing that. It does lose them a little bit of space, I guess, at bottom lane. But Legion Commander had the TP, so he TPs right back as the lane pushes in. Nothing major loss for Empire, just an opportunity to catch an Invoker, I guess.
I really like this response, too. It's like, if you're going to win with somebody else. You're not going to beat us with the same thing twice in a row. So Empire showing their hand as to what they wanted to accomplish. That being said, it's also Cicada, who on this Vengeful Spirit has been able to get a good amount of farm. Is he somebody that can kind of make a little bit of space for that Invoker over the next couple of minutes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's like, that's like one of the most aggressive carries out there that you can pick up, right? The Vengeful Spirit, you don't have much of a late game window at all. You almost always need to be head as a Vengeful Spirit core. Otherwise, you're simply too squishy, right? You're just susceptible to being bursted down. So you're going to need to bully down towers, that's for sure. Kind of similar to a Terrorblade. You need to be super active in that regard. Move around the map. It's a hero that feels kind of hard to fight into as well. There are a lot of similarities there. What is Ghostic doing? He's just refusing to let Paparazzi do anything. If he actually catches the duel and Sniper pushes forward into the mid tower, he can actually make a potential assassinate play with the duel, but doesn't look like they'll catch him yet. Maybe here.
Oh my God, they're gonna dive. They are getting set up for this one.
Oh yeah, cut down the tree, get the movement speed.
Chase forward, assassinate
is
going to fly out so close. He does end up dying.
Cool.
Well, another pickup there. The crowd silenced, as too was that Invoker. They are just completely dominating in this early stage, this Invoker.
There's the Cicada move by the Vengeful Spirit. Good play. They cannot afford to lose their mid tower early like this, though.
Invoker's coming back in. They're ready. They're here with 4 heroes, canceling the TP and now going to duel the Nyx Assassin. Empire bring 4. Oh, wow.
That's so cool. What happens, like, they know Vengeful Spirit's going to be active, right? So as soon as Vengeful Spirit shows top, they're like, fine, we'll take mid. But what are you going to do about it? You can't rotate a Beastmaster. Beastmaster doesn't really accomplish that. And especially as Vengeful Spirit's your active core at this point in time, he can't be there at the team fight because he went top. Well, you have to give up mid. And that, again, just shuts Paparazzi out. And it claims a much more important tower in the game. Safe lane towers go down all the time. You can give up that tower, who cares? Mid towers, those are really critical.
Oh, no, and again, Paparazzi pulled back in and killed off. 0-5 start for the team, and as far as Paparazzi is concerned, he's been killed off most of everybody. 4 deaths for him by the under 10-minute mark.
Yo, Russia, Ukraine, you got to get some like cyberbullying seminars going on here, because this is just so unfair. Like Empire just like running after this one hero. They're focusing on literally nobody else. Cicada's just doing his thing, and they're just ignoring him. Beastmaster's getting some farm, but the thing is, it's working because the objectives they're taking off of it as well. Like all this rotation into Paparazzi and such, like that's all fine and well and good, but it's the mid tower play that really makes this well worth it for them.
The rarely seen 209 GPM Invoker It is a rough life indeed. And I guess here's the thing. What are they losing out on by doing this? What's the trade-off that's being made? Is it anything really?
It's early farm on Beastmaster. That's dangerous. It's also Vengeful Spirit, but you can't. You could potentially pressure a Vengeful Spirit in lane. You could rotate maybe 2 supports into a Leech Command, but that's risky. I think it's just better play. It's just much easier to pressure that Invoker and take the secured play. So the only thing that's really traded, I think, is the Beastmaster farm, which Beastmaster doesn't come online, even with total free farm. He doesn't come online very quickly, right? Yeah. He's still a length away from Necronomicon #1. And that's one of the big first peaks.
Well, I guess the other thing is, you know, a good amount of experience probably spread around. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if, you know, IG.V actually has a little bit of a net worth lead in spite of that kill advantage.
Probably not net worth, but more experience.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But even there.
Yeah, even there.
I guess when you get 5 kills to nothing, that's a pretty good start for your game.
Yeah, Paparazzi's like, experience, what's that?
All right.
Level 7 in 11 minutes.
IG.V have had enough. This is a statement smoke. Unfortunately, it does also look to be a telegraph smoke, and nobody is in the mid lane for Empire. Although this rotation does move over. Swap, they've caught him. Okay, they kill off King R. Get 1 on the board.
Paparazzi, you guys couldn't just leave me that Sunstrike kill? Come on. Give it to me, please. All right, so they made a play like that, didn't mean anything. Caught King R. They wanted something big, you know, like a rotation, catch the sniper, use your Warlock ultimate, take the tower. They wanted that kind of play, and they didn't get it. So IG.V still have to find a better way to come back into this game.
And I mean, maybe it feels like
smoke.
Again, starting with that Vengeful Spirit, but right now it's just Paparazzi trying to farm up Ancients. There is going to be the top tier 1 tower taken, as well as the mid tier 1 taken for Empire. The movement is now down towards the bottom one. Again, could be a little bit telegraphed, although you do still have the Vengeful Spirit that's in the area. Now bringing in Super. He has his level 6. They're all grouped up. This could be a good moment for them, but it looks like Empire instead going to dive, get the duel, starting to bring down this Venge. Do they decide to go for the counter initiation? It does not look like it's going to happen. And now Super, he might end up dropping himself. They're going to be able to dive under the tower. Now, are there any TP rotations to try and save this? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Super is going to die as well. Empire, with the dominant start, are going to take down all the tier 1 towers by about the 13-minute mark.
Again, Empire is saying, you can rotate. Like, you just can't. Beastmaster's not a rotating core. Invoker, not a rotating core. Nyx Assassin can't do enough. So, at the end of the day, good pick.
Yeah, they'll find 1, but they've lost all their tier 1 towers.
At the end of the day, as long as they stay ahead of the Vengeful Spirit rotations, the first one was top lane, they pushed through mid. This time around, they rotated into the Vengeful Spirit's lane, so there's nothing that's going to be helping them out there. Empire do have a knack for reading those kind of weaknesses, and they're exploiting it heavily right now.
And what is this Invoker really going to do in the later stages? Like, you can see Paparazzi building towards this more points and Quas, wanting to get more team fight out of it. You know, slow down a little bit more with the Ice Wall when you eventually have that to try and hold the high ground. But it's just not feeling like they're going to necessarily have all the damage that they might need.
They may be too far behind for this 5-man play to work. We'll see. Oh, it's a smoke. It's a Roshan play.
This is about bull. This is the best thing I feel like they could be doing. But Empire maybe realizing what's going on.
Oh, this could be a very fast game 3, Gabe.
Oh God! All right.
Fights has the right positioning. Pops the smoke.
Overwhelming there. Troll jumps forward. Has found in July. They turn to Roar. Not sure if it's enough. There is going to be a Sunstrike. Doesn't quite kill off Jeffy, but he will eventually fall nonetheless. Now they've dueled up the Vengeful Spirit. Going to bring him down. FN peeping people from the high ground, but that is going to be an upheaval, slowing down FN. Can
get the goal?
Kill him? No, he's not going to go down. Range creep. Oh, the value range creep. The most strong creep in the game.
God,
and now the upheaval. King R is going to go down. He is going to die. Sniped as well by the axes. Empire lose 3. Oh my God.
That was the most value early game upheaval I've ever seen in my life. It's right on the edge, catching FN, slowing him down. That Golem just beats the crap out of everybody. Wow, that looked really nasty. IG.V, I think they got pretty fortunate in multiple. Yeah, I know. No fatal bonds.
Well, It's quite a build, quite a good response as well, but it does leave open Empire now to move in, try and take down Roche. Can Paparazzi redeem himself? Seems unlikely, although they're starting to stack up the upheaval.
They do have the swap out as well. That is a play Sakata could pull if he wants to get fancy.
Mega Bash by Roche. They've got vision in the pit. Chappie, Sunstrike coming through, is going to drop. Sakata picks up the kill. Now looking for more. They're going to swap back in. FN, he's so slow, but Ghostic going to find the duel. Now turns onto that Beastmaster, trying to bring him down. They don't have enough damage, though. FN is going to drop as well. They're going to lose the Ogre. They're going to lose everything.
IG.V's team fight is just out of control. Empire just fed away 2 team fights. IG.V now have this game. Like, they were on the precipice of losing all control. And 2 back-to-back miracle team fights for IG.V, and they're ahead.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
And now look at that swing back into their favor. Net worth up 4,000 over the past couple of minutes, and well, soon to be striking even further ahead than that. And I'm sure Paparazzi is smiling right now.
Oh, yeah. This guy is like, all right, I'm back in it, boys. I'm level 11. Aghanims is coming up. They still have to worry about a relatively farmed sniper, but the one thing you're really happy about, you can't see it obviously as a player, but your bench is right there, neck and neck with the sniper again. Remember, it's like you can't have an underfarmed bench. You can't have a bench that's has less net worth than the enemy cores. So,
well, I guess the question too is Empire. They started off with this very hot lead. They were taking advantage of the lack of ability to defend towers, but now it's almost as if the shoe's on the other foot. With the Vengeful Spirit Aegis, do you feel the need to get anything really done, or? Oh, duel. Okay, they've caught it, but the swap back, turning it around. They drop the golem. That's going to be Ghostic gone.
IG.V are wise to your plays now. Empire, they're just like, stick it together. They're like, okay, they're going to make these kind of individual plays. I think Empire needs to slow down the game now. I think they're a little bit tilting. I think they're just running things out of control here.
Yeah.
They are going to lose some towers off of this, right? It's an Aegis. Utilize this. Vengeful Spirit is naturally a good pusher anyway. What Empire want to do is read these pushes and try and get the pickoffs on the other side of the map. Or, I mean, they do see 2 heroes.
Well, the other
Invoker's mid.
They've got a chase now. Wave of Terror was stolen. That's going to be Chappie trying to find it, but the Impale to turn it back around, press the attack. They still got their eyes on Sakata. They want to burn through this Aegis if at all possible. Starting to swap it up. They actually swap defensively. The Nyx ends up getting the turnaround, but, well, he is going to fall.
Yeah, but look at top. That Beastmaster.
He's doing his thing, doing what he needs to.
This is all worth it for IG.V. Absolutely. Because as long as they save the Vengeful Spirit, right? As long as they get that swap back out, then they're good. Like, they just created so much space for the Invoker. A Beastmaster took a tier 2. He's getting his peak now. Like, he's got Necrobook 3, and he's going to have Blink Dagger coming in pretty soon. So, like, you don't really get a bigger peak than that as a Beastmaster. You finally have some really solid initiation to catch the sniper and the back lines. That was kind of one of your bigger problems for IG.V's lineup early on. Early, it was more dependent on, like, okay, what can Vengeful Spirit get done? But now they have a second out in that regard.
So talk to me a little bit about this decision to go for maxing Upheaval on the Warlock. We never see this anymore. This was something that it basically was, I mean, we never ended up seeing. What's the reason for it in this game?
I mean, I think the Upheaval makes total sense. It's the Shadow Word that kind of surprised me because of the fact that this Legion Commander can just, like, boop, you know, take it quite off if you're using it offensively. But he still went for it, felt like it was the best play instead of getting some of the levels in Fatal Bonds. I think he just simply felt like there's going to be no scenarios that we can actually play off of. Like, we don't have these, like, really big AoE hits early on. We have more single target focus. So Fatal Bonds isn't going to feel as good as a, say, AoE spell off of that. So much better to get this big Upheaval that kind of, like, Empire don't have the same kind of initiators, right? They don't have a Blink hero.
Yeah.
So if you could just sit on the back lines and be this abusive slow machine.
Oh, well, Legion going to back out, doesn't want to get caught there. They throw out an Assassinate as well. There's still really great vision for IG.V in the area, with both Dogfights having his Nyx Assassin Vendetta as well as the Hawk in the air. They're keeping it pretty close. They don't want to end up overextending and then throwing away this lead they've been able to build.
Poshka. He is a hero. He's okay with being initiated on.
Sunstrike not going to connect. They keep alive that Ogre. Pump faking for a moment that ultimate. Haven't decided to go in on it as of yet as Chappie takes down that Necronomicon.
Yeah, 400 gold gained. So that is, it's kind of like essentially a pick-off, right?
Yeah.
For that small bit of gold you get off of those Necro books.
So have Empire completely lost this timing, as I do believe that was smoked right under a ward.
Yeah, that ward, I believe there was a Hawk pushing out as well. So IG.V 100% saw that. They naturally fall back on Shrine High Ground whenever they see a smoke like this. It's not like Empire are likely to go into that area, but it's best play. You're kind of like, you're sitting safe. Oh God, did he find it?
Paparazzi?
No.
Oh, no, he was right there. They had it. Paparazzi gets away. Will be bullied no longer. They've been able to cause and give him enough space to make those movements out. God, it really does just feel like those two Roche fights that Empire maybe forced the issue a little bit too much. The game has turned completely on its head.
Yeah, it certainly has. Now we go back to what our original kind of idea was for this game, in which case Empire, they're going to have to play it a bit slower, more focused on their high ground defense. It was their fantastic early laning phase and the rotations they made that gave them a bigger window in the early to mid game that actually surprised me. But now we're probably going to go back to that. IG.V just look to control the map as much as possible now and limit, because there are 3 farmers on the side of Empire. You just got to take out these tier 2s, get some aggressive wards down, punish whenever they do push out with individual heroes. They naturally will do that. They can't afford to just constantly stay 5-manning. They got to go for like Legion Commander or Troll. You know, they run out to a side lane and just burst it down or something like that. So BKB Cicada will be fully operational as a Vengeful Spirit core with that.
Yeah, and you saw the mechanism as well completed.
What's the talent? 8 plus?
8 plus all stats.
That's kind of okay, yeah, sure. It's a nice little upgrade as well.
We also do have the chicken dance from Cicada. Wonderful. Blink done on in July. Feels like these items are hitting a very strong timing. We're going to be able to at least think about going up towards high ground off the back of a smoke gank if they can connect.
Yeah, if they actually get a really good team fight here, maybe they could take a tier 3. Otherwise, I don't think high ground is an opportunity that's going to be given.
They have vision all in this area, though. There's the ward as well over in that medium camp. They jump onto FN. A little bit of a miss jump. Oh, no, he jumped away. Catch him off to the side. They get it. Ghostic jumped away instead of press the attack to keep off the sniper life.
That's okay, I guess. Like, it was just like the Abaddon conversation we were having during the drafts. It's like, okay, you Euphonic shield that guy. He's still surrounded by heroes, right? You press the attack a sniper, he's still surrounded by all these heroes. There's not much that's going to save him. So I totally forgive him that. Even though it did look dire in the circumstance, he's like, see you. Yeah. See you, buddy. I'm the carry now.
Absolutely. No, and then now you've got a little situation here, you know, 15 seconds, no sniper. They're going to swap it in. Immediately find the Impale as well. Ward up on the high ground. This was not taken out by Empire. Empire, who've been looking so good throughout this tournament, on the verge of elimination if they don't have an answer for this is, well, there's going to be a stun. The Nyx Assassin finds the counterplay. The Impale connects. Ghostic to drop. The Upheaval, they're so slow they can't do anything. FN is hitting from far away, but they are going to be able to take down Paparazzi. So maybe IG.V stepping a bit too far forward. FN continuing the chase.
Empire can't overextend. They're still at a numbers disadvantage. They should be happy with the one pick off they got. Yeah, you could see dogfights. He was ready for a turnaround play potentially. Similarly, though, IG.V do have a Roshan to take. And Empire has high ground defense. They don't really have the same kind of opportunities. Well, I guess maybe if they play around the Dire Shrine area for this Roshan attempt, it does kind of act sort of like a high ground area. But it's hard for them to fight outside the base now. Sniper is so easily routed by some of these aggressive heroes. The Vengeful Spirit with the swap, the Beastmaster, jump in, blink, even Nyx Assassin. Is Nyx Assassin close to a blink dagger yet? Yeah, he's kind of close.
Yeah.
So that'll be yet another issue for him.
I mean, I think about that instance as well. You spike Carapace, the Shrapnel, and then immediately jump the Sniper with the Pale. Could be a little bit tough with taking the damage instances, obviously, but there might be a way. Might be
yeah, absolutely. You got to time it right. Yeah. You know, walk into the Shrapnel with spiked and then immediately blink forward. See what you can do. There's going to be a Sunstrike on top of that.
Oh, they scanned it. Dire scanned it. They know. Dogfights is there. He broke the smoke. They don't have the
counter vision.
They're in trouble now. Ghostic going to be the first to drop most likely. Well, they're able to turn back around. That is going to be Ghostic down. On the other side, they roared up, but the Tornado actually lives up on FN, and that means that he's going to be able to jump out of here. TP's out, but the Cold Snap is there. He's going to drop. And that is 3 dead for Empire. The path is clear for Roshan. IG.V taking command of this game even further.
IG.V they just got it together really quickly, you know? Like, it was such an awkward laning phase for them. The static laning phase wasn't good because the heroes were naturally better for Empire. The rotations were going so badly. Paparazzi was just kind of like completely shut out, but they just kept calm, and then they just flipped the entire script of this game with those 2 Roshan fights. Now they continue to be ahead of Empire, reading all their movements. They're going to go high ground again. Opportunity to take tier 3. They have to do this though. They have to like kind of chip away at it. They can't overcommit to these high ground defenses because Empire, this is one of the areas they're most formidable with this lineup. Sniper, Troll, hard heroes to break. So better take the tier 3 back up and Shrine. Be happy with the control that you have in this game. Don't throw it away in trying to overreach.
Yeah, very disciplined play again by IG.V, something that's been a hallmark of theirs throughout this tournament. And it's continuing to be that case here in this most important game they've played yet, for sure. So Age is still there on the Vengeful Spirit. We talked about 3 farming heroes that are quite capable of scaling into the late game on Empire's team. Do you think that if they do just allow them to statically farm, if IG.V don't shut down the map, Empire can farm their way back into this, or what's your read on that?
Yeah, I do think that absolutely could happen, right? If IG.V don't control the map well enough, Empire could just farm, and high ground gets tougher and tougher. But I don't think that's what will happen. I think IG.V, they're smart enough. They're not going to give Empire too many ways to be able to farm out the map. Empire naturally going to be scared anyway, so they're going to play around each other pretty heavily. Miposhka is, you know, kind of playing fearless, but he's an ogre. You know, it's like, if I die, whatever. Yeah. He's trying to push out a lane and create areas where Empire feel comfortable farming, which is, for example, right now, they're trying to farm a little bit of Dire jungle.
And I mean, with Blink and Necronomicon, Sunstrike, if Beastmaster finds anybody, they're dead. Yeah. You can just pop anybody.
And they don't have a saving mechanism outside of press the attack, so Ghostic's got to be really on the mark there. And even then, he may not be enough, right? They get 1 stun from the Primal Roar, but Venge is always following that up with a Magic Missile.
This could be the way towards it, though. Oh, Dogfights comes in as well. The smoke was broken onto 3. They're all lined up, and Pale only connects onto 1. They are going to steal this by Carapace, turn it back against them. The swap back in onto the, well, Legion Commander is going to get caught out there. Also, King R in trouble, as it does look like he's going to be able to walk away for the moment. Pop the tree as well, but Dogfights is having none of it.
Cute play.
So they did drop the Chaotic Offering in that fight. So no Warlock ulti, I do believe.
They do still have the Golem. They may just try and use that Golem to take a melee Rax.
Troll just picked up a
Necronomicon, it drops really quickly, and they don't have to commit very much either.
All right, Troll has a DD. He went out to the lane and picked that one up, but I'm not sure if it's going to end up mattering if he just gets bursted here. And, well, immediately taken off as well.
Played safe. Necronomicon, Golems, and an Alacrity Vengeful Spirit as well. It's super hard.
I'm so impressed. Look at Paparazzi. After the start that this guy had, 17,000 net worth, top of the charts, has his Ags, has a Lincoln Sphere, he's got Midas, Blink, everything that you could possibly need. Have we seen any mid lane hero get shut down that hard throughout this tournament? I don't think so.
I'm not sure. I don't think we have. Paparazzi got a real special treatment there from Empire. He has recovered nicely. This is why we talk up this guy so much, because he seems to be such a strong young talent.
Right. Well, and I think that some of it also has to do with his team giving him that help as well, I would imagine. But
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he had his impact in that Roshan fight, right, where he had that meteor and everything else, but you don't win that team fight without the rest of IG.V making some some really strong plays. Little super. He had his moment.
So still a very tense moment. It definitely feels as if IG.V are the ones that are in charge. But we've talked time and again about the high ground defense. You have the BKB now done as well on that sniper. Troll just got a 40 damage talent.
Problem is like, how do you challenge?
Oh, well, blink away. Okay, that's a decent start. Rubik has magic missile as well.
Snipers, he's actually really difficult to play this high ground defending. Now that you have level 18 on Vengeful Spirit, he swaps you. If you attack the Cicada, he swaps you back.
This tower already so low. IG.V are there. They dropped the ice wall as well, and they can't really chase. Empire is stuck in their base.
You just have to poke and poke and poke at IG.V and hope that IG.V stick around a little bit too long and present this opportunity, but they're just not doing it systematically, using what they had, take an objective and backing away. They never seem to overstay their welcome.
Yeah. And again, it just takes one time. It takes one overextension. That's what the Empire is going to be waiting for at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, and maybe there's a little something here, though, as they've caught on to Chappie. Sunstrike Roar, everything thrown in his face, starting to drop low. They aren't going to pop the BKB for him, so Chappie's still running away. Looks like he will make that escape. Don't expect that they'll be able to catch with the Sunstrike.
See, Empire, he's going to Shrine, right?
Well, he's still 7 seconds away. Yeah, I think that he's made it.
Okay.
He's safe.
I thought he was going to Shrine for safety, but they push out mid really aggressively because they know the BKB is on cooldown. IG.V want to go high ground while they've got this minute window to work with. After all, they have Chaotic Offering. Empire tried to pressure mid and see if they could force IG.V back, but IG.V back, again, too wise to that trick. They're not going to turn their attention away from a potential win condition, another objective to take.
AC is done on the Venge. My God, she is farmed. And you saw as well the Lincoln's placed over there. There's the swap back in. They drop the Chaotic Offering to boot. There's Chappie already starting to drop low. He's out of there. Buys back immediately. They need to get back into this fight and take it. But in the meantime, they have caught out that Nyx Assassin. Hasn't used the Spike Carapace. Pulled back in a duel as well. They're able to take down one. But the huge meteor is going to be dropped down from on high. Hellfire raining and Barracks gone. IG.V back out again. Cool as a cucumber.
I love that because IG.V showed that not only they're like focusing on the objectives, and then Nyx Assassin's being gone out. They're like, who cares? Who cares? We're taking this objective, right? And they're about to back up, and then they see this opportunity. They're oh, hey, this hero's overextended himself. Let's blow up that Legion Commander again. And they turn back for the fight. It shows that they're not so, like, they're always operating what's happening in the moment, right? It wasn't just a clear call of like, take this and back, right? They changed their mind based off the opportunity that Empire presented them, managed to take even more off of that team fight, not just the lane of Braxes. There's now only one left for Empire. Total map control for IG.V. A Roshan coming up as well. If they want to play it super safe, they can wait that one out. I think they should. They have done everything they could after they were given an opportunity with that Roshan fight. They've done everything they could to secure a win very safely.
And this type of movement, this type of play that you talk about only happens when you've got so much insider knowledge, so much synergy together as a team. They've been together through the good and the bad. You think about the same team that went to Boston and couldn't have a couple of their people there. As we see another get caught out, this might be the way for Empire to get back into this. They do take down the Vengeful Spirit, and Roach about to respond. Oh, we'll have to see if the timer. That's a lot of gold going back in.
I thought it was Roshan. It was just about to spawn too, but
yeah.
Hopefully the opportunity. Oh, it's not going to present itself. That would have been such a
big point.
Yeah, but you also can't stick around that Roshan pit, right?
Yeah.
Be like, oh, maybe it spawns right away. No, that doesn't work.
But the point I was making also is that this is a team that's been together for over a year at this point, if I'm not mistaken. I think March of last year was when they got together. And even when they had visa issues and couldn't get everybody there, they've stuck together through it.
Yeah, when people were like all hyped about VGJ going into Star Ladder, I thought I was like, IG.V is the better team.
Oh.
Because they work together really well. Like VGJ may have all the stars and maybe they will be the better team someday, but IG.V, they showed themselves it's like, may not have the biggest star power. They do have some in Paparazzi right there.
Absolutely.
And dogfights as well, but they just work really well together, and I think the bottom fight showed it beautifully. Right? It was just like, boom, somebody made the call, they all turn as a unit. Time for Roshan. Let's make it clean, keep it safe.
So Empire now This is obviously one of those do-or-die moments. We talked about their high ground defense, but is it something where you just have to try and make work what hasn't worked so far this game?
I mean, I was like trying to hype up the high ground defense of Empire, but Sakata, first of all, got really far ahead in his Vengeful Spirit, but it's also like, I just kind of like realized that level 3 swap, you got this hero on the front lines, he's got so much armor, you can't actually right-click him very well, and when you do, he's going to swap you out. So what do some of these heroes do? It's not like they're all physical damage cores. That's why I like Sand King, for example. I was like, I kind of want some magic damage in there for Empire, a nice initiator that does that. But they've got this super tanky, super high armor hero. Which of the cores can actually do something about it? The only one is really Chappie. Chappie's the only one because when he gets swapped, he can maybe, just maybe survive because he'll get a save from Ghost Stick and then he'll pop his BKB. He's the only one that can kind of challenge Sakata when he goes into high ground. But it's still like Sakata's just going to right-click the tier 3 until he's a little bit low.
Well, they've caught him. Swap back in. Roar as well. Out of mana, out of time. Right-click near to death. They drop down the Chaotic Offering. Ghost Stick has fallen oh so low, and now they're going to be able to take more. Paparazzi, they bullied him early. Now he's taken over this game. Rubik buys back. And soon to have their eyes on the prize. IG.V looking quite strong. They kill it off. Triple kill for Sakata. Maybe
you want some too? You want
Get
some too
over here. IG.V is going to take down Empire and move on to this tournament. And you can hear the love and adoration from the crowd. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. IG.V, they definitely cemented that they were the better team here. They absolutely deserve to move farther on in DAC. Being able to make that kind of comeback. If I was Empire, though, I mean, I'm going to give a few words of love here because they're going out of this tournament now. I think they really impressed so many people. They impressed me. Yeah. I was super doubtful of them, even as they did well in their group. But I think they played fantastic game 1. They did so many cool things in game 3. They tripped up. Yeah. And that happens. They're going to have more tournaments, I think, where they will be more experienced and we'll see more from them.
Totally. This is a team that nobody expected to even get out of really their group stage. They ended up going to the upper bracket, performing incredibly well. But IG.V, the ones who come out on top in this one, and it felt like it could have gone on either way. So we'll have to see what our panel thinks about that. IG.V going to move on this point in time. Send it back over to Paul.
Thank you very much. Yes, the crowd are, as you can probably hear in the background, very pleased with that result. Great result for IG.V after finishing bottom in the group stages. They are guaranteed top 4 now. Empire have put in a stellar performance over the last week or so here in Shanghai, but they do crash out and they finish in the top 6. Still a great result, but let's break it down with our panel members once more. Fogged?
Upheaval.
Yeah, there was a key moment in this match. We'll see it in the highlights. There might not be a bigger moment of a change of game that we see in the entire tournament.
Yep. Super. We were both looking at each other. We're like, wow, he doesn't have fatal bonds, and
0-2-3 even?
Yeah.
0-2-2 or something like that.
We see just some quick clips of Paparazzi.
Yeah, the early part
punishment
of this game was all Empire.
Yeah.
And we said they can't afford to take team fights, and they didn't. They just did pickoffs, and suddenly it's 5-0, and the Invoker's having trouble getting anything actually in the game. And you think, well, hold on a minute, this could actually, this could go Empire's way.
Yeah, they heavily focused on shutting down Paparazzi. It does give a bit of space, though, to In July. He ends up claiming the tier 1 tower top, gets a good amount of farm here, and now this is it. Like, IG Vitality's call to go into the Roche period was great, and then the way they reset the fight. Paparazzi gets out, but this upheaval was pretty much what won them this game. It led them into him coming back in such a heavy manner.
Just lasted forever.
Look at FN. FN just trying to run. He can't run, and then the range creep turns in a second. Range creep.
Hey, hello.
And then King R as well. He's like, oh, I'm trying to run through. Wait, upheaval lasts a couple seconds longer, and now I'm going to get shadow worded. And I'm dead too.
Yep. And this wasn't the only fight that upheaval played such a big part because this was one fight later.
I think this was a little bit of maybe disrespecting how powerful upheaval really can be, though. Because Chappie, I mean, maybe if he started running instantly, he could have gotten out, but he felt like he's like, man, I'm upheaval.
He was very committed to Roche.
Well, it was also, the Rubik also had upheaval, so perhaps they didn't really see which upheaval was theirs, and perhaps they overlapped.
Maybe.
But at this point, I don't know, I kind of feel like Empire felt pressured as well because they were doing so well, and then they lost this massive fight, and Invoker is one of those heroes that if you snooze on him, he'll get back real fast, and that's exactly what happened. IG Vitality played the rest of this game perfectly, never really giving Empire an opening apart from, I think, one more fight or something like that. Actually, they did give them an opening, and Empire kind of threw it away by not carrying dust.
Oh yeah, that was rough. Also, Roshan didn't respawn when they finally got the pick off on the Vengeful Spirit. Overall, though, I think whoever made the call after game number 1 says, let's just 5-man these whatevers. And their gameplay from game 1 to game 2 was drastically different, and then they kind of found the formula on how to deal with Empire. And even the last pick Warlock, I thought they almost overcommitted to the team fight, but it certainly was not the case because the Warlock was what brought them back.
Great comeback from Paparazzi to his spell usage in the fights. Even though he got shut down so hard, you could still see he was adamant in being able to perform those.
All right, let's go to the main stage for a quick interview.
And make him not nervous.
怎么样？比赛打下来爽吗？
Nervous, bro.
爽。
How did it feel winning
爽
that game?！
我们
Feels
中
great,
国
he
队就
says.
是要有这种爽的感觉，对不对？那么
Chinese
这场
teams
比赛其
just
实
want to
打
feel
得
just
久
like that.
3盘特别是第一
This
盘
match
在
went really long, 3
已经
games.
失利的情况下
First
你怎
game,
么调整的？
how did you guys come back after that loss in the first game?
我们在第一盘打完之后
Our first game after it was over,
就更看重卡这个点。本来
we
卡
began
就是我
to
们
prioritize Invoker a bit
一个
more.
绝活嘛
Originally,
然后
Invoker is one of the
第一盘
strongest
因为
heroes
他
for
们
us,
有一个处理不了
and
的卡，然后我
and
们
the first game they had an
打完
Invoker
之
that
后
we
讨
couldn't
论
deal
的
with,
时候
and during the second
想好
game,
了之后的盘
we
数就围绕
thought
卡这个
about
英
it
雄
and
来
thought about playing
搭
around
配一些阵
Invoker,
容，
basically,
然
and
后
making a
也
lineup and team
也
around
取
that,
得了不错的效果吧。
and found some
good
good results
好
from
像
doing
忽略
that.
了一个点。这
You've
个搭配
already-
了
you
一些
seem to
阵
have
容，
given up
其实我
a
们更多
secret.
的关注点放在一个叫做兽王的英雄上。
Maybe
这是
some
你
of
们
our
的绝招
audience
吗？
have put more in stock in the Beastmaster. And
我基
is
本
this more
躺
of
赢
a
吧，
special
取
strategy for
决
you?
于大家躺赢。
He said, no, I've just about lied down to
那
win
你觉得
this game. Got carried
你在
basically while
这
lying
两
down.
盘当中的发挥占
Do
一
you
个什么
feel
样
like
的
in
位
these
置？
2 games, what is the position that you occupied in terms of your play?
取决于拉扯空间。
可以可以可以。
My job was to help our
那
mid
么
Paparazzi
，IGV 有没有
take
信
some
心
fire.
来写一个1穿11的神话？
Do you have confidence in going
我
from
们想夺冠。
11th place to all the way to first, running up to a lower bracket? We want to take the
感
championship, he
觉
said.
现场观众也十分的热情，至少
Feels like
现
fans
在
are
这
very
一
happy
时
about
刻
that.
我
At this
们要一
moment,
起祝福 IGV，
we've
希
got
望
a-
IGV 能够走到最后。
wish
那么
IGV the best
3
right
号
now.
的这个
Hope
位
they
置
can
其
make
实
it
是
all
一
the way to
个
the end.
怎么说呢？压力很大的位置。
This 3
对不对
position that you
以
play
后
offlane
呢
has a lot of
大家
pressure.
会去说，哎
If you win,
发挥得
they'll
不错
say, hey, you
输
played
了
really
呢好像
well.
又要背锅
But if you
你
lose,
心
you'll
里
get
有
the
没有一些
blame.
话想对我们的观
Do you
众
have
对
any
支持
things you want to
IGV
say
对支持
from
你的
deep in
粉
your
丝
heart
说的？
to IGV fans and people who support you?
打猎单
Playing 3 position in the offlane, it's all right.
都习惯了。
I've gotten
就
used to
是
it.
有人喷我，也有人夸我。
People will flame me and some people will
喷的
praise
人居
me.
多吧，
and
然后
the Flamers will
一直没
outnumber
取
the
得
others.
一个好一点的成绩。
So I hope I can just play better, get better results,
以后更加
and
努力
then
吧。
just keep working hard.
好，那我们祝福英哲爱，祝福
Thanks. Let's
IGV 能
wish
够在本届
Injuly and
DAC
IGV the
拿
best
下一个好的成
for
绩，
getting good
让
results
所
at this
有
current
诋毁你
DAC.
或者喷过你的人都承认你们，承认 IGV 这支队伍。
Let's hope everyone
好吗
recognizes
谢谢
you,
那接下来让我们
Flamers
回
or
到赛后分
otherwise,
析
and your team. Let's send it back to the desk.
Good stuff. Thank you, Jack, of course, for the translation there as well. So, IGV, after a disappointing group stage, have guaranteed themselves top 4. That's a good comeback, isn't it?
I mean, definitely. I also think that Injuly doesn't give himself enough credit. He
Yeah.
played incredibly well in those games. I don't think he had to lie down at all. His Hawk usage was definitely really good. His setting up for the roars in both games. I thought he had a very big impact. So
He was the only
Injuly-
one that got space.
Yeah.
And he
Definitely
had
props.
It was very hard for him to shine because everything was on him, kind of in the early mid. I guess Super kind of delivered too, but
Yeah.
he was the only one actually having an okay time in the lane. But he seems pretty humble. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I like IGV yesterday when they were up against LFY. I remember saying something like, you know, they weren't really pressured because LFY was basically just not playing well at all. Making it through for them, I feel like this match showed that they definitely have more in stock in terms of different strategies and adapting within a best of 3, which I think is a very big feature for any team.
Yep, the scoreboard slightly blurry right now, but there we go. It doesn't really tell the full story for this because I know that you two on this side of the couch think that the man with 4-1-21 deserves the MVP for this game.
Oh,
Definitely.
Yeah.
He literally brought them back
Yeah.
after that fight. Definitely
for
super
MVP.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, I think, we were joking when we saw it all, but you genuinely said it doesn't matter what happens in the rest of the match. They could lose this match and he's still the MVP for that.
Yeah, that play was, I mean, perfect. His item decision, too, going for that mech was like genius. It helps him as well for the team fight, just heavy pushing. We looked again, the auras. You click on like a Nyx Assassin, he had like 12 aura buffs or something. Like, that's just the way that they draft. They set it to, they built around the Invoker, they built around the Beastmaster, the pressure lineup versus Empire.
Yep.
AC Rush.
AC Rush on a like bench. That was like just very impressive. Just understanding it, reading the way that the like meta kind of changed during that series, just how prioritized Invoker became.
Just shows as well, if Nahaz is watching at home, stats do lie, mate. They do lie.
Yeah, all the time.
4-1-21 gets the MVP. See?
21 assists.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Still.
no, it's a lot.
Pretty legit.
Especially if you don't have Fatal Bonds early.
Yeah.
That's hard.
All right, let's take a look at the bracket as it stands right now as we finished our best of threes for today. We do have the 1v1 championship, so don't go anywhere. Both the semi-finals and grand final coming up. And as you can see, no games in the upper bracket today, but tomorrow we will see OG take on IG in that clash of styles and clash of groups in the upper bracket final. In the lower half, though, as we've seen 3 matches today, Evil Geniuses have made their way through. They will take on Newbie tomorrow, and of course IG Vitality have already made their way through into that lower bracket matchup to play the winner of that game, having defeated Team Empire and Team VGJ in one day. What a very good day it's been for Vitality.
Tomorrow's gonna be so hyped. OG, IG, Newbie, EG? Get me in there.
It's
Fast
okay.
forward. Let me go to bed.
It's okay.
I want to wake up.
It's all right.
It's just all right.
It's okay.
But before that,
Who am I kidding? Yes, before we go, before we get off to a break, and we'll do a bit of a switch here. Shiva's going to take you through the 1v1s. Let's take another question from our social media. Questions that have been added to the Reddit thread. Do please add some more as well if you feel like it, and we'll try and get them on. Who is currently the best Invoker player that makes insane plays? This is the perfect question for this time of the night.
Is that 2 questions?
Well, it's kind of, but we'll
Right.
just, who's the best Invoker player right now? Because we've just seen 3 games in a row where Invoker pretty much, not single-handedly, but won all 3 games.
Yeah, but you know, there's also some people that never get to play Invoker because it is such a good hero for them. And it's always banned
Miracle's
out
not
against
allowed.
them.
He's banned from playing Invoker. Valve
Yes.
said so. It's written into the game. It automatically bans Invoker whenever any team plays Liquid from now on. Auto bans it. Well, it seems that way because it's banned every game.
Yeah, I mean, with good reason
Yes.
too.
it also, the question does say also currently, because if it didn't say currently,
Yeah.
I may have even gone for maybe from the past, because he did have probably some of the most impressive Invoker
Black.
plays. Black had some very standout moments as well. Even
If we're
Ice
going
Ice
back,
Ice
like,
back in
3
the day
years,
as well. Yep. But now, currently,
It's got to be Sumail, isn't it?
Sumail. I would probably
Yeah.
put,
I mean, Sumail and Miracle, but we haven't seen any Miracle.
Yeah, Miracle
because it's
doesn't
been
get
blocked.
to.
But it's those 2, isn't it?
Yep. I'd say
Everyone's going to try and aim for that?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Paparazzi is a very good Invoker as
Yeah.
well, but as we already said, his whole team plays around him, maybe a lot more than what some of the other teams we just mentioned.
Are we sleeping on SCCC?
He doesn't really get to play Invoker that much.
He doesn't either, but he's had some very flashy ones. I mean, that's the one that at least that's where I started noticing him when he had that matchup versus Sumail when he first came around, and that's when he everyone was like, wait, this guy just beat Sumail 1v1 in the mid lane, and it was the Invoker.
Killed
And he
versus
solo
Razor.
killed him versus Razor.
Yeah.
So I'd say, I guess I haven't gotten to see as much as SCCC, so then I would just go with, Sumail and Miracle would probably be the safe bets.
All right, good stuff. Thank you to all 3 of you. As I said, we are headed towards a break, and after the break, we've got the 1v1 championships, the semi-finals and the grand final. Shiva will be in the hot seat for that one alongside some special guests, including a man that we haven't seen an awful lot of this week, but he has been around, he has been causing mischief. So let's check in and find out what madness Sir Action Slacks has been up to.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shanghai Sound Showdown. My name is Sir Action Slacks here with 2 very skilled competitive players, Matumba Man and Jerax. Jerax, how we doing, buddy?
Pleasant times.
Pleasant. And Matumba?
It's great.
Well, it's going to be a lot better, boys, because it's time for a competition between the 2 of you. Now, you have a lot of history, so I found out the best way to challenge you is to test your in-game sound knowledge. Before you, I will play some sounds. You will have to guess as quickly as you can what sound it is and what hero. You got to say the names correctly. Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Well, we already know who's going to win. Let's get down to business. Ladies and gentlemen, watching at home, sound number 1. Diabolical Edict, sir. That is correct. We got 1 point for the Jerax Master. Well done. All right, sound
Cold snap.
What?
Snap.
Cold snap? What's going on here? You were the one that was supposed to be ready.
Yeah.
Okay, next sound. It is a best of 3, so please, here we go. Malediction, that is correct from Witch Doctor. All right, we're gonna give you one more for a pity, please.
All right.
You can get one. No, just give them some time. Give them some time. Are you ready? Dragonite ulti.
No.
What is the name of that?
Elder Dragon 4.
That is correct. All right, would you like to put in a point for 2? Double points you win if you get to some. Oh.
What's that? Charge of Darkness?
Charge of Darkness.
Is it? I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
Yes, Charge of Darkness, that is correct. Yeah. All right, thank you, thank you. All right, but Tom, I'm gonna give you a chance. It seems like you're not doing too good at this game. If you can make a noise, and I guess it right, you win. All right? We're putting full effort on this one. One sound from Dota.
I'm ready for this.
I'm ready.
My body ain't ready.
Get it ready, boy. Just one sound, anything you got. Come on, this is for the win. You're a competitive lad. Hit it. Oh my God, is that silencer ult? I think that global silence, is that a win? I think that's a win, okay, congratulations. I do have one bonus sound, are you ready? That's one we found.
Okay.
Identify this and you can counter win, all right? What is that?
I think that's you after Friday night.
Yeah, that's right, that's me on a Friday night party. So thank you very much. Looks like it's another tie between these two titans, gentlemen. Great job. Thank you so much for participating. I know you had a great time. And congratulations on a dual win. And that'll do it for the Shanghai Sound Showdown.